Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast. Have a seat. Lay your feet up and take a beat.
Get your attention cause I wanna catch 'em all. Digging what you got like I'm playing volleyball. Got me all excited that we're about to start. Get your questions out cause it's time to question Mark. Welcome everybody to the Question Mark podcast, where we have more questions than answers. Tonight, as you can see, well, not tonight, it's not even evening yet. Right now, we don't have a moderator at the moment. She is on her way, but she will be on there, and our moderator is, as always, May. So hopefully she gets here quick. But tonight, I am your host, Mark Lee. And there she is, our moderator is here. But our guest tonight is the one, the only, Cheyenne. Welcome. Yeah, your mic is not. There you go.
My bad, guys. I'm here. I made it.
All right. Well, if you guys do have any questions for our guest tonight, for me, for our moderator, go ahead and leave it in the chat. And whatever is pertinent to the conversation, May will go ahead and chime in with the buttons. Go ahead and use those buttons one time for us, please.
Question.
Was that it?
Yeah, and the other one.
Hey, listen.
There you go. So if you guys hear that, that means we have either a question or a comment that we'll be discussing. But if you guys didn't know, if you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Prime Twitch subscription every month. If you want to support the podcast with that free subscription, please click the subscribe button at twitch.tv/ggmarklee. Just make sure to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. And on that note, we aren't actually doing a fuck, marry, kill tonight. So, you're already reading the chat?
Yeah, my bad.
So, yeah, we actually aren't doing a fuck, marry, kill tonight. The submissions weren't good, guys. We need more submissions.
Come on.
So, doing something different. We're going to be doing a different icebreaker. And it's going to be a rapid fire questioning. So there's no time limit on these, but we'll be like answer as quick as possible. So you ready for this?
Got it. I'm ready.
All right. Let's get started. So I'll go ahead and switch up the view. All right. So favorite food?
Rapid. Get on with it.
Probably burgers.
Burgers? Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite color?
Green.
Checks or stripes?
Stripes. Oh wait, no, checks. My fault. It took a minute.
I was like,
to process.
I was like,
No. Checks over stripes. My fault.
She messed up.
I know. I was just like, let's look what's over you. Anime or animation?
Animation.
Okay. Drama or comedy?
Comedy.
Favorite Disney movie?
Right now it's turning red, but
Okay.
I got a rotation.
Okay. Morning, afternoon, or evening?
Evening.
Favorite candy?
Snickers.
Okay. Friends or The Office?
The Office.
If you could have one superpower, what is it?
I want to teleport.
Okay. And we're done.
And that's a fact.
So just a little bit, I guess we'll segue this into your interview already. So you were saying your favorite Disney movie is Turning Red?
As of right now, yeah.
Okay. And why is that?
I feel like it really depicts like every stereotypical Asian family ever.
Wait, what's turning red?
Turning Red is the one where she turns into a red panda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
That's a good one. That's a good
very
one.
good movie. I was just like, it's very new.
Yeah, it is.
So when I said favorite Disney movie, I was expecting like, you don't have any nostalgia ones,
Mm,
or are you not a Disney person?
no, I am.
Oh, okay.
I just did the first one that came off the top of my head. 'Cause
Okay,
you said
okay.
rapid fire, so I was like, I gotta shoot these
But
out.
it is your favorite.
As of right now, but like of all time Disney movie,
of all time.
Mulan.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Now you were also saying animation over anime. Do you watch anime?
I don't. I've tried to get into it. Like my brother tried to get me into Attack on Titans. I watched a little bit of IQ, the volleyball one. I don't know. It just was never my thing. Like I couldn't devote myself to a full like anime like that.
It's funny because a lot of people back then, anime was very, it wasn't really widespread, and now people are all into anime. So it's actually nice to know that, some people actually don't care for it still. Okay, so when I said Friends or The Office, you said The Office. Have you watched both series?
I haven't finished like both of them all the way.
Really?
But I'll watch like a few episodes here and there.
Mm.
I think I just like moved towards like The Office just because it's funnier.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now, are you a TV person or movie person?
yeah, I would say I am.
Okay, so it's not that you don't watch a lot of it; you just haven't finished watching.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a little bit more about yourself. Let's go ahead and start with how old are you and what year did you graduate?
I'm 19 and I graduated in 2021.
Oh my gosh, COVID graduation.
Don't even tell me about it. I didn't even have a senior year. I was stuck at home the entire time.
Dang, that sucks.
It was so tough.
So how did that go for you, having been one of the only years to have graduated during COVID?
COVID first hit during the middle of my junior year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was right after we started second semester. So, everyone had that mindset like, oh, it's just like a longer spring break. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But, reality started to kick in, and then we went on summer break, and then my senior year was coming up, and we never heard anything of like going back to school, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna get a senior year.
Yeah.
Like that's so tough. But I mean, I tried to make the most out of it, even though I had to be stuck at home most of the time. But we still actually got like a traditional graduation. That was the one thing that we got that I really like needed.
Now, if you could go back and change some stuff, what kind of as a senior, what kind of celebrations do you feel like you really missed?
Definitely my last homecoming, my last like first football game of the season. I didn't even get a volleyball season either. That was really rough.
Were you playing in junior year?
We already had gone through junior year because it's in the fall.
Yeah.
So, but we never got it for senior year, which sucked.
And you would have tried out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What school did you graduate from?
I went to Heritage. I graduated from Heritage.
Okay. And where were you born?
I was born in San Diego.
Okay. What city in San Diego?
Down in National City.
Oh, okay. So you were born in National City as well.
She's a typical Filipino.
Come on now. I know like everyone down there.
Because I know we were talking about it, and I was actually born in National City. Not National City, actually. Like, I lived in National City, but the hospital was in, I don't even know. What hospital were you, do you know?
Balboa.
Oh, okay. I was born in, I don't know if Sharp is still there.
It is.
Is
Yeah.
there? Okay. Yeah, so I was born in Sharp, so. Now, how long have you, what was your transition like from San Diego, and how'd you end up here in, we'll say IE. Yeah, IE.
I'm 5'1". So I lived in San Diego up until it was either 7 or 8. And my mom and my stepdad actually got stationed out at Great Lakes out in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to move out there with them. And I think I was there for like 3 years. And then my stepdad got stationed down back at 32nd Street. But I'm pretty sure he wanted to be closer with his daughters because they lived up in Menifee.
Oh, okay.
So he decided to move to Marietta so he could be closer, and then he would just commute to work. So that's how I got here.
Oh,
and that
okay.
was, I think it was 2014.
Mm-hmm. And so
Yeah.
you've been here ever since.
Yeah, I started middle school and then I went through the rest of like schooling here.
Okay. So going into siblings, how many siblings do you have?
I have 5. We had a big family,
Yeah.
huge family.
That is. You're the middle of the pack, you would say, or what? Or second to youngest, or what?
I don't know if I would count myself as the middle child, but I'm the second eldest.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm the firstborn daughter, so
Okay, how does that work? How would you say it works? If there's 3 kids, there's there's an older, there's a younger, there's a middle. Now, what if there's 4? Are there 2 middle kids?
There's 5 of them.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm going one by one up.
Yeah, there's 2 middle kids.
You're considering 2. Okay, now if there's 5, is the third one in the middle the only middle kid?
Yes, it is.
What are the
Oh.
What are the other ones then?
Privileged.
Nah,
'cause-
I'm far from that.
What would the second and the fourth one fall under? Because they're not the oldest, they're not the youngest, and they're technically not a middle kid.
I would say maybe they are the middle kids, just not the middle child. Like they still get the attention, but not as
Fall
much
under
as
that like middle kid spectrum.
yeah,
though,
they're
right?
there, but they still get like the older sibling privileges,
The younger
I
one.
know
but
what you mean.
not the neglect of the middle child.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If that makes sense.
Okay, I feel that. Yeah, I like how you said spectrum. So they fall somewhere in that spectrum.
I wouldn't know. I'm the eldest.
That's tough.
Well,
It's not actually.
For real?
I'm the eldest and the baby.
a lot of families nowadays don't have as many kids as in your family. So it's either 1, 2, or 3. You very rarely hear like 5.
Yeah, I
You
know.
It's very rare nowadays. But
That's a lot.
yeah. Usually back then there were tons of families with like 5, 6 kids.
I know. I'd be seeing families that have like 8 kids, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now luckily, you guys do you guys all live in the same house?
My stepsister lives at her mom's, but
Mhm.
everyone else is at the house basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back into you said you were stationed in Wisconsin,
Yes.
and that is not a state I hear of too often. So what how old were you while you were there?
What years? Oh,
Or let's say what grades were you in? I guess that's easier.
it was. I think it was either 2nd to 5th or 3rd to 5th. It was one of those.
Okay. So you weren't really going through your adolescence at the time. So that's not too bad.
It wasn't terrible. No.
Yeah.
I didn't really have time to process everything just because I was so young.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people's growing, especially their personal growth, is during their adolescent years, which is, once they start becoming a teen.
Yeah.
So that's like not senior year. It's like freshman to senior year.
Yeah.
If you're adolescenting at senior year, yeah, you're a late bloomer. So you said those 3 years.
Mhm.
How was that? I know you're young during that, so
Yeah.
it didn't really affect you as much as it would say if you were like 13 to
Yeah.
18 going through that. But what is your fondest memory of Wisconsin?
It was definitely like what's the word? I'm gonna go with vibe. Like the vibe of just living in like a really small town.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I literally didn't even need a car, like even though I wasn't driving, but
Mhm.
my parents didn't need to drive me everywhere. Like I could just walk or bike. Everyone lived so close to each other, and it was like everyone knew each other, it's really different from like San Diego to going there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I was like one of the only minorities out there, man. It was so tough. I was like, where are the rest of the Asians, bro?
Did they actually have a census of the town? Like, did they say that, oh, there's this many, the population is this much?
I'm pretty sure they talked about it. And I think it
Mhm.
was, if I'm not mistaken, like 20,000.
Really? Yeah, that's a very small. 20,000 here is like a small city.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, duh. So living there, having you basically know everybody,
Yeah.
and everybody knows you. So what was the city's name?
Kenosha.
Kenosha. And where's that located exactly? Like,
It's down south, like right. I don't know what state's under Wisconsin, but it's Illinois. Hello. It's come on now. It's like right by the border.
She don't know her places.
I know, bruh.
well, I don't know.
So like I drive down to Chicago. It was
Mhm.
like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
How often would you guys drive down to Chicago?
We didn't really go out a lot because
okay.
my parents were always at work,
I see.
and me and my brother were still young, so we couldn't go out and actually do stuff
Yeah.
other than like going around the neighborhood with our friends type
But
thing.
you do remember going to Chicago?
Yeah, we went a couple of times. Very, very cold. A lot of tourists, but it was really nice.
Does it snow in Wisconsin?
Yes.
Oh, so how was that living? Because coming from San Diego, we rarely see any snow unless we actually go to it.
Yeah.
So how was that during the winter years where in California, you're basically, you don't really see the winter years. Yeah, it's cooler, but we don't get a drastic change where, it's snowing, we have to shovel everything out.
Yeah.
And so you guys actually had to go through that.
Yes, it was very tough. A lot of early mornings, waking up before school, having to shovel the
Oh my
driveway
gosh.
because it's not like a normal like house driveway where it's like, right by the house.
Mhm.
So it had like the extended one, and my parents used to park like all the way in the back, and because we had this shed that they would put their cars in. Me and my brother would have to shovel all the way down the driveway.
So you
so
guys
bad.
had did you guys have a garage, or was it like a carport, or what was it like?
It was like a garage shed thing.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of weird.
So it was separated from the house?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know it's very different from like state to state on how houses are. Like in California, a lot of them have garages. When we were in Louisiana, a lot of them only had a carport. So it's like basically a shed, not a shed, but like a covering so that the rain or, the
That's
element.
it?
Yeah. And it was separated from the house. So it's not like here where when you park your car into a garage, it's safe from the elements.
Yeah.
The only element it's safe from when you have these carports is the rain, I mean, the sun too, but it's just like you can't really have anything outside your car. I don't know how to word that. But like, it's not safe in a garage. Your vehicle's not safe in a garage. So it's always exposed. But, and it's different. It's also different on like who gets basements and attics.
Oh, yeah.
Very rarely you see any basements in California because,
I know.
earthquakes. But you'll see them a lot in like other states.
We actually had one. It was huge. It was the basement and then the first floor and then the second floor. We basically turned our basement into like a man cave.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Usually that's what people use it for.
Yeah. But we just had like a nice TV setup and
Mhm.
then put a bunch of furniture around.
Oh,
It was pretty
okay.
nice.
So now that you're in California, I don't know where I was going from there. my transitions are a bit off today. We haven't done this in like 2 weeks.
That's what I'm
So-
saying, bro. You guys put all the pressure on me.
No, pressure's on me. I'm trying to make the show work. But it's just like trying to get back into it. Like
Yeah.
we talked a couple of times, even for the past few days, we've hung out. So when I have these conversations with you, I'm just like, oh, I want to bring that up,
Mhm.
but I don't want it so repetitive where she's like, oh, I told you that story,
Nah, no, you're good.
I got some questions then.
All right, yeah. So go
Just
ahead.
kidding.
Oh,
She's about to cry.
I'm about to walk out that door, bro.
I do have a question though. So because we know you're newly single, right?
Yes.
I just want to put this out there. What is your ideal guy if you have one?
Ooh, that's okay. That's actually a good question to go into. So we could just curb some people.
Because you're young, I'm just saying.
People go get their hearts
Wait,
broken right now.
Why does she need to curb people? I'm just asking.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, well,
Oh.
okay.
That wasn't meant to curb people.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Once she states exactly what she's looking for, some people will start to fall off that list.
Oh, that wasn't my intention. I literally just wanted to know what.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
You're putting me on blast right now, dude.
Yes, that is.
So,
I'm gonna have to watch what I say.
so
Yeah. So, what is your ideal type of guy if you have one?
be as vague or specific as you want.
Mine is just Marc.
That's not fair. I
What?
can't say that about no one.
Oh.
Mine is just literally just Marc.
No. Okay, so when you describe somebody, it doesn't have to be all physicality,
Yeah.
right? It could be like, hey, I want a driven person.
Mm.
I want them to, I want them to vibe with my attitude, stuff like that,
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be specific. I want someone 6'2". Because you say a height and then boom.
That's like everyone off the roster, bruh. Everyone's off.
But unless you want them to be off the roster, and you don't have to tell them, Hey, watch the podcast. This is what I'm looking for.
Daniel said, "Break some hearts."
Usually I tend to date people that I click with very fast because I think first impressions are really big for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you come off like in like a douchey way, like I'm not gonna like that. So
And that's a fact.
I click with easy. You gotta make me laugh. I mean, I laugh at like everything, guys, but you gotta make me like genuinely laugh. You can't be bland. I can't be funnier than you because if I'm funnier than you, that's a problem.
And that's a fact.
That's good, because I don't think I've ever heard you tell a joke.
That's a total fact right there.
No.
All I've ever
Go to the
seen.
group chat, bro. Go to the group chat.
She's either being roasted or laughing at being roasted.
Right there, the bar is pretty low, but that's good. That's good. Vibe, funny. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep breaking hearts.
Yeah. More than half of you are off right now. Like you said earlier, I like someone that's driven. I'm not gonna like bag on someone for the pace that they're going at, of course. Like if they're not in school as of right now,
Yeah.
that's not a big problem to me. But I feel like since at least I'm getting older and like, I'm gonna have to start like adulting,
Yes.
at least have a plan and
Mhm.
stick to it and go through with it at some point. Not when you're like 35. No, not like that.
Mhm.
But sometime soon.
So, okay, when you say driven, nowadays, education is not technically a part of being successful,
Yeah.
right? So, in what sense do you want them driven? Driven into actually getting an education? Do you want something more traditional like that? Or just driven in something they actually want to do for a living?
Driven in something that they want to actually do for a living because, I mean, I went through the same type of thing. My parents wanted me to go to college. I tried it out for one semester and I was like, no, this isn't for me. Like, I can't do this anymore. And then that's when I started like looking at trade schools and I found out that they had the aesthetics programs. And I was like, that's something that I want to do. And I feel like I could stick with it for like a lifetime.
Oh, okay.
And I'll actually be doing something that I enjoy. So I don't have to like shove my face behind textbooks all the time. Cause I'm one of the worst students ever, dude. One of the worst. Like I can't do that
You
for
seem
4
like
more
it.
years.
You seem.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Just like bagging on you nonstop.
Just kidding.
I know.
So for people that don't know, because I didn't know what this was at first, you're saying aesthetics,
Yes.
and you're saying you want to become esthetician.
Yes.
Is that how, did I pronounce
Yes,
it right?
esthetician.
And
Oh,
for
you better be good. I need some facials.
I got you, dude. I got you.
for people that don't know, like I didn't at first, can you describe can you define what an esthetician is?
Basically, it's working with the skin and not so much on like dermatologists.
Mhm.
That's more medical,
Yes.
but aesthetics is more like keeping up with your skin and like
Okay.
how
so
to like take care of it and stuff like that.
I see. Now, is it every part of the skin, or do you guys focus on something like face,
Yeah,
hands, feet?
We learn all about it
Mhm.
during the first few months of school because there's a lot of like treatments and like sessions
Mhm.
that can target like different areas of your skin, or we'll do it on like different parts of the body. So we have to learn all about it.
Oh, okay. Do you yourself want to focus on something specific, or is it any part of the skin?
I really want. I think once I get my license, I'm gonna go, want to go into like doing facials and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just because I think my mom's been like having me do appointments ever since I was young, and I've always had an interest in it. I feel like it's really relaxing, and it like if I'm there to help like someone feel good,
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Oh, okay. I actually did have a session before.
Yeah.
Where and it was very relaxing
Yeah.
until because so I don't know if this is the same thing. I don't know if she called herself an esthetician, but she did give me a facial, and she did like do one of those masks and whatnot that like shows where your oily spots are at, or or your dry spots or something like that. And then afterwards, she like did a pimple popping session.
Extractions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that what they?
Those are so satisfying.
That's what they're called, extractions.
Yes.
Okay, so that's part of stuff that you feel you would like to do.
Maybe not so much the extractions part,
Oh.
but
Isn't that a part of it?
yeah, it's a part of most sessions, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to do it. But
It's okay. You get to wear a mask and goggles, and if anything splatters,
Ew.
it happens.
I know. I love watching those videos.
She
Oh.
watches a lot of those we'll call them extraction videos, and
Not just pimples, but just like in general, like things being cut open and pushed out.
yeah. So she's very much into that stuff.
I love scalpels.
oh, okay.
What? Okay.
I like to cut things up.
So you mentioned that you did some college,
Yes,
and where did you go to college?
I just went to MSJC for a semester.
Okay, so for people that don't know, that's Mount
San
San
Jacinto
Jacinto.
Community College.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said that you played volleyball for them for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not quite a bit. I mean, for how long you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you go into MSJC knowing that you were going to try and join their volleyball squad?
Their coach actually reached out to me
Mm-hmm.
towards the end of my my club season senior year,
Oh, okay.
and she was like, "Hey, like I noticed, you're not committed to a college to play. You could join my team, and then we'll try to get you out in 2 years and go to a different college."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Okay, bet." Like that's when my mindset was very different from how it is now.
So you were looking into actually playing for college?
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could get out of
Okay.
MSJC and play for a better program.
Oh, okay. Let's rewind a little bit. When did you start volleyball?
6th grade.
Okay, and you just hopped onto it, or is it something your parents kind of like, hey, would you like to do this?
I take back 6th grade. It was actually 5th grade, but I was very bad at it, so I don't like to count that year. My school out in Wisconsin didn't have a volleyball team, and my last year out there, I guess they decided to make one. So me and my friends were just like, "Oh, dude, let's join! Like, we'll be
Mhm.
part of the first team
Yeah.
of like this school's history ever." So that's how I found it, and I was actually playing basketball too, but I think volleyball was the sport that I was like, yeah, I want to stick with this.
Mhm. And when did you start playing club?
I started playing club 6th grade. That's why I say 6th grade
Oh,
most of the
okay.
time.
I see. So you actually did a club season out in Wisconsin, or is it when you guys moved back to California?
It was when we moved back to Cali.
Okay. So now going forward, you made it to your senior year,
Mhm.
and you wanted to continue playing in college.
Mhm.
What kind of drove you into sticking with it?
My club season my senior year wasn't very enjoyable for me,
Yeah.
and I thought like with the community college, like I could kind of redeem myself, especially because COVID also had an effect on me playing volleyball.
Yeah.
But after I started, I just didn't really enjoy the dynamic of playing competitively for a team anymore, because there was a lot of stuff that like came into play,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of took a step back and I was like, maybe I need to put myself first, because, you know, I'd been playing club and school since 6th grade. So it's basically year round for me.
Yeah.
And that's all I knew. But once I took the time to like look back, I just wanted to focus on me.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to stop playing competitively.
Oh, okay. Now, because you're not going back to you're not playing not professionally, but competitively.
Mm.
Now you're playing recreationally.
Yeah.
So you took the time for yourself, and you still found your way back into playing volleyball.
Yeah. I think my mom always tells me like, oh, like if you love something, or like if something loves you, like it'll find its way back to you.
Mhm.
After I quit the MSJC team, I didn't play for a few months. I think it was maybe like 3 or 4, because it was just, I don't know, it was so different when it's all that you know and that's all that you focused on.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you just go to like not having it anymore. But my brother was super consistent on inviting me to the open gym at the church.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, man, like, I don't even want to go. But then something like clicked and I was like, maybe I'll try it out.
Yeah.
And then I went one Wednesday night and the rest is history.
Okay. And now you're playing semi-consistently
Yeah.
when you don't have work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to go into what do you do for a living?
Currently work at Wingstop.
Okay.
Not the best, but it's the only
Something.
Yeah, it's the only place that works with my school schedule.
Okay.
And I got bills to pay. I'm gonna do whatever I can to pay them. Not like that. Not like that.
Stop the cap.
All right. So we just gotta,
Not like that.
She's looking for a sugar daddy.
we gotta watch what we say on here.
Hold on, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
So did you say where you worked?
Wingstop,
Okay.
pay attention.
No.
Pay
I was just like,
attention.
I didn't want to say it. And I was like, okay. Because for some reason I thought I was thinking Buffalo Wild Wings. Was Wingstop your first job ever?
Mm-mm. I worked in high school, starting my junior year. I worked at Taco Bell off Antelope.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god,
That's
that
funny.
job.
That is that one off of Nason? Not Nason, sorry.
Newport?
Oh, Newport.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. We constantly go there.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask. So it was Taco Bell then Wingstop, or?
I worked at Nothing But Cakes in between too.
Ooh. Okay, so you're kind of akin to food places.
Yeah, but it's like the only thing that I could work with right now.
Because they work well with your schedule.
Yeah.
Okay, and for school, how often do you take class?
I'm there from Tuesday through Saturday, 8 to 2:30. So it's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay, so that's a lot of your day.
Yeah.
So you do have to work nights then.
Yep.
Okay. And is there anything you can say about working at those places? Like, is there something you've noticed that, behind the scenes
She loves it all.
that people don't see?
At least at Taco Bell, y'all be eating some nasty, nasty food, bruh. Nasty food. I can't stand it.
We can't go to Taco Bell
Y'all
ever
can't go-
again.
I don't know. It doesn't matter what people say about food. It's food, you know?
I guess, but behind the scenes, watching it all be made, oh my gosh. Mm-mm.
You could stop there.
Yeah.
You can.
I
Well,
highly
no,
suggest.
It's very interesting to me because, you know, a lot of people, you know, that work in the food industry, they come out saying, you know, oh, they did this, they did that.
Yeah.
You know, they work. I worked there for like 10 years, you know, but, you know, just now they're saying something. So it's nice to actually have somebody that went through that and just like, you know, we can trust what you're saying, not just because, you know, if you didn't like the place, but this is true, you
Yeah.
know, so you've been through it. So what kind of stuff, you know, you could be pretty vague on what do you mean it's nasty? Like, is it just like the cleanliness of everything?
Not the cleanliness. It's just like the process of how it's made.
Uh-huh.
That's what does it for me.
My stomach is turning.
I'm actually getting hungrier.
Whoa.
Because I love Taco Bell. What? Okay. Is there here? Let's go here. Is there something that's safe to order at Taco Bell?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because you can't like eliminate the whole
Please
menu, right?
don't just say the fries.
I mean, fries are going to be the same everywhere you go.
Okay, there you go. That's the only thing I get from it.
You're probably good with like a bean and cheese burrito. That's about it. I can't trust the rest of the food. I can't.
Even the cinnamon twists?
Oh, I mean, those are fine.
Okay.
Those work.
Okay.
My stomach really is turning, guys.
Okay. You said a bean and cheese, so that means there's something wrong with the ground beef.
I mean, it's like you said, it's food,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. Just seeing it, like,
Is it real beef?
I can't even tell you.
Okay. Do they have okay when it gets delivered? Do they have like nutritional facts on it?
No.
Oh shit!
Wait. Nah, I actually don't think so.
Because they send you guys stuff in bulk, right?
Yes.
So that's why usually, like, if it's in bulk, I would think like there would be nutritional facts.
Maybe on the
it.
box, but I didn't pay attention
okay.
like that.
Okay, then you went to Nothing Bun Cakes.
Yes.
And those are all freshly made cakes, right?
Yeah, there's at least at the one that I worked at, there was a baker that was there from Monday through Friday, and she just baked from like 8 to 2 every day.
And you were what? Just register?
Yeah.
Okay. In Taco Bell, were you just register, or
Yeah.
you didn't make any of the food?
I would help like here and there, but I usually just stuck to the window or the front. Yeah.
Okay. So now when you're at Wingstop, do you make the food, or you
Yes.
Okay. Well, what do you enjoy making the most? Like, what's like? Oh, cool. I'll make that. You know.
Probably fries because it's easy.
Yeah.
You just drop it,
Yeah.
toss it in some seasoning, put it in the box. You're all good.
Okay. Is there something we should stay away from at Wingstop?
Oh no.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Wingstop.
You know that's the thing. Wingstop, a lot of their stuff is made fresh.
Yes.
The things that you hear about the bad stuff you hear about is usually at fast food places because you know they have to make food
Just like that.
fast.
Yeah.
Right. You know they kind of market themselves to be like, you're in, you get food, you're out.
Yeah.
But with places like Wingstop where you actually have to sit down, order, or call ahead and order, at least you guys actually make stuff fresh.
Yeah, we get bagged on all the time. People are like, "What's taking so long?" And I'm like, I mean, do you want your stuff to come out raw?
Exactly, right? It's so funny. They expect your fast service and then good food.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to have actually like moderate service because we're making your food fresh.
Yeah.
So it sucks that people tend to try and get away with it, where it's just like they want the fast food, but then they also want good tasting food. So, all right. So, question. These will be some like deep kind of questions,
Okay.
and I've asked this the first time to Mondo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So you might, I don't know if did you listen to his?
I didn't listen to it all the way through, but I listened to some parts.
Okay, so this might be kind of familiar. So you're young,
Yes.
but like you said, you're kind of growing into, you're starting to do adulting. Right?
Yeah.
As they say. What is your definition of success?
I feel like my definition of success would be if someone were doing something that they enjoy
Mhm.
and that makes them happy while they're also able to provide for themselves.
Okay.
I think that's success. I don't think you need to be like a big baller or
Mhm.
do all this stuff to be successful. Like as long as you're happy and, you know.
Oh no. Well, I'm saying personally, like, what would be success for yourself? Not for just in general.
Basically the same thing.
Same thing. So
Yeah.
just doing what you love.
While standing on my own 2 feet,
Okay.
not needing support. I think that's when I'll know that I'm like, okay, I made it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you have enough money to do what you love, right?
Yes.
What is your profession?
Oh, I did hear this. Mondo's Mondo's answer was a little shaky.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I worded it to him like this: you have a year's worth of salary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're taken care of for the year.
Yeah.
What do you do to either start making money or to attempt to start making money? Because you're going to school, like say, for yourself, esthetician, right?
Yeah.
It's something that you say you find interesting, but even though I would find something interesting, it's probably not something I'd want to do for the rest of my life, because what if there's something fun I could do to make money, right?
Yeah.
So in that perfect world where you actually do have the money and everything, what are you doing?
Sky's the limit. Like,
Yeah, sky's the limit. Where it's just like, you're gonna do this, you're gonna stick with it, and hopefully make money out of it as well.
ooh, I think, maybe hop on like a streetwear brand
Oh,
like Bape or like V-Lone and try to make like designs and stuff, or
so design clothes for them?
yeah, or like help with that type of stuff, or if we're not being realistic, like
No, that's totally realistic.
no, I mean like this is like a really far reach.
far-fetched. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
far reach.
Okay.
I think I would try to work with like producers, because I've like gained a lot of interest in like how producers make beats for rap songs, especially.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like I would try to like hop on like a brand like a team, and then see if I could do stuff like that.
Okay, interesting. Let's go into this for a little bit.
Okay.
You were saying you're very much into music.
Yes.
Do you create any?
I don't create any personally, just because I don't have the equipment to do so.
Uh-huh.
But
if you had the equipment, you would.
yeah, I think I would try to make beats.
Interesting. Okay. So I'm guessing favorite type of music is
Rap. Yeah.
So that means you'd rap.
Not so much rap, but just do like the beats in the background.
Oh, okay. So okay.
I'm not trying to spit no bars. Like I don't got it like that.
But you're into the process of making that music.
Yeah, there's a segment on Genius. I don't know if you guys have watched that YouTube channel. The one where they like break down, sometimes like artists will break down their lyrics.
Oh, I haven't seen it. No.
No?
Go ahead and explain it.
Listen.
Oh.
We just have a comment from Jacob.
Oh
He said, "Stop wearing reps."
Bro. Oh. I can't escape this, dude. You see these, bro? These are real.
They're real on the shelf.
If you guys can't see, she has a pair of are those Royals?
Those are the Obsidians.
Obsidians, okay.
Yeah.
Obsidian.
Kaden has the Royals.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. So
Jacob, stop bagging on me, bruh. Come on.
He doesn't believe those are real. There's a shadow on it and everything.
It's like the picture that he sent in the group chat, bruh.
We got a request for you to make a beat real quick.
From who was asking, bruh?
This is from Jacob.
Bro.
Zulai.
I don't got no equipment. I can't do it like that, bruh.
It's Zuli. How do you what?
Sulizi.
Zulisi
Sulizi.
on the beat.
Oh my God.
See, okay, I don't think we've ever actually talked about this, so that's very interesting. Because you also said that you are into streetwear.
Yeah.
And why would you hop on an established brand rather than try and create something yourself?
Oh, I really like working. I feel like working with friends, at least because like I wouldn't want to do just like a streetwear brand on my own. I feel like there's a lot of conflict, and I also like a lot of the things that like bigger name people do. Like, do you know the artist Cause?
No.
He makes streetwear.
Okay.
Nigo?
I'm not a streetwear person.
Oh, it's like the people at like Bape, Supreme.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those type of people.
And what do you mean by conflict? Because is there? I know streetwear. There's a culture to it.
Yeah.
What kind of conflict would you come across in creating something original?
I've seen one of my friends. They have a streetwear brand, and it was a group of people.
Yeah.
Biggest thing is money and how they split the profit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got like the head person that like came up with the idea of making the brand. And then, you know, it's like basically just like the friends helping.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of like percentage profit that gets in the way a lot. And it's like, I don't think it's worth losing like a friend over just because, you know, it's over some dumb stuff.
But the way I see it is like, so say if you work for a specific brand, right?
Mm.
You're kind of pigeonholed into what they want you to do.
That's very true.
Where, say, if you have a concept and it's a good concept, because no brand can take, no one brand can take the definition of streetwear. Streetwear is, you know, like I said, a culture.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's abstract, where it's not always seen.
Yeah.
So it's in someone's head, and then you could be like, you put it, you know, that's basically the T-shirts and the pants or whatever they create is their canvas.
Mm.
And so when creating your own, you have no limitations.
That's true.
So that's why I was just wondering, I was like, your thought process, why, if going into something like streetwear, why go into somebody's outline instead of creating your own?
That I feel like if I were to do it on my own,
Mm-hmm.
it's very hard to get a big name
Yeah,
in
of
streetwear.
course.
Super
Of
hard.
course. I
And
mean,
it's a lot of time and
there's a lot of
like
Instagram things, you know,
I know.
the ads that
all
are
the
trying
ads.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I understand how hard it's going into it, but in a perfect world, you know, you have the money
Yeah.
to do it. I just wanted to pick your brain on saying, why would you hop on something else instead of, you know, create something for you that's your own?
I feel like working with like a lot of big name people would help me with creative ideas too.
Mhm.
Cause like I feel like when you're on your own, sometimes it can run out. But if you had someone to like look up to, like
The thing is, say you create something good that's your own, right?
yeah,
They're going to want to collab with you,
that's true.
you know? And collabs are the ones that actually make the most.
Bank.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because they're like, oh, shoot, I like both brands. And they just made something, you know, baby together. So
yeah.
it's just like, you know, that's what, and a lot of people are doing collabs nowadays,
Yeah.
you know, just to, which is cool because let's call it like the bigger company, right?
Mhm.
The bigger company kind of inflates that smaller one.
Yeah.
where it's just like, oh, they did do a collab with them, so that means they acknowledge their brand. So I don't know, just something else top of my head. So going back to music beats. What exact equipment would you need for that?
My brother actually has a PC setup and he has a soundboard too, but he usually just does like mixes for like EDM music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I feel like, you need all like the programming that a lot of producers have, like gross beat or stuff like that. Just stuff to like mix up beats, I guess, and make it your own. And then also, I kind of gotta like get instruments maybe, or I could just do it from the program too. But
yeah, a lot of programs actually offer a lot of that sound already.
yeah.
Do you play instruments?
Not like seriously,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll like learn something on the piano or like on the uke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still bugging over this because it's interesting,
Yeah.
With the equipment, so with equipment wise, what is like, where would you start? Like what's the first piece of equipment you'd have to get into that? Would it be just the soundboard?
Obviously you need like somewhere to like program everything.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah,
okay,
I would start with the soundboard just so I could like chop up and like flip beats the way I want them, and it's not so hard to do it when you have a soundboard.
Okay, because I know people that DJ, right?
Mm.
And you don't need the turntables.
Nope.
Okay, so it's basically like something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Or like that one you have
Yeah.
over there.
yeah, that's interesting, like to think of, where it's just like how to, because the thing is, for me, I'm a perfectionist, right?
Yeah.
In things that I envision in my head.
Mm.
So when I was doing this podcast, I was just like, okay, what's the things that the bare minimum to get me started into just doing it,
Mm.
right? And then after that, it branched out, stuff got upgraded and stuff like that. But the thing is, I started it small, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I was always wondering, what's the bare minimum for you to actually start tampering with it? Because you haven't tampered with it before.
No, not really. I think if I were to start doing it, my first piece of equipment would be a soundboard.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so here's the one of the last serious questions. Bless you.
Thank you.
I always mention this because I'm like, these questions are kind of hard hitting, but you're still very young.
Yeah.
You haven't gotten.
But she's also very mature for her
she
age.
is, yes.
Am I really?
Mentally
Sometimes.
mature.
Bruh.
Yes.
I'm only saying sometimes.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
So, are you where you thought you'd be at by now? Like from personal growth, from your goals and planning to reach those goals. Do you feel you're at a good spot at the moment? Like you're on track to reach your goals?
I would. I don't know. There's like two parts to that question because like how you said years ago, like when you were planning out, like, are you where you think you'd be by now?
Yeah.
I came here and I had this plan of like majoring in kines and becoming like a PT or an athletic trainer.
Kinesiology for
My bad. Kinesiology.
I didn't know it's pronounced.
My bad. Yeah, I wanted to be like a PT or an athletic trainer, and I still wanted to play ball in college.
Yeah.
But it's like, reality starts kicking in. I'm like, okay, that's not really what I want to do. So
Was it somebody else's dream for you? Is that what it was? Or is it something you thought you wanted to do because you wanted to appease somebody?
um
I mean, those aren't options. I'm just like, what was
Yeah.
it, you know?
I did have like a certain drive towards it.
Yeah.
Like it interested me, but I kind of wanted to make like my parents happy and proud just because they went to the military. So, and then my brother, he did go to college, but not like straight out of high school.
Yeah.
So I would have been the first one to do it. And I thought, like it would please them
Yeah.
to a certain extent. But then I realized like you got to put yourself first before anyone else.
Yeah.
So I just decided to find something that would make me happy, and I'm sticking with it now. So that, in terms of that, yeah, I think I'm on track.
That's good. And that kind of just goes back into how May was saying you're very mature for your age, because it's like,
Whoa. I said sometimes.
yeah, yes, but you still stated the fact. But
Half compliment right there.
So
It's like a backhanded compliment.
it takes a long time, for some people to actually realize, sometimes the dream that they are chasing or the goal that they are chasing wasn't theirs,
Yeah.
right? And ultimately, you gotta go to the fact where it's, am I being true to myself? Am I making myself happy? So the faster you kind of learn that, it's like the better off you'll be, because people, let's go with the stereotypical Asian family, right?
Turning red. That's what that movie's about, bruh.
Where it's like, oh, I want you to become a doctor,
Yeah.
right? And for a long time, the person thinks, oh, I want to become a doctor. I want to become a doctor. And then they see blood and they're just like, oh,
Passed out
Yeah, so
while they're
it's just-
doing like surgery. They're like, oh, no.
And then they're just like, maybe this isn't, something I want to do.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, you're like 5 years in and you're like, shoot,
Yeah.
I guess I'll become a psychiatrist. So it's very mature mentally that you actually figure that out sooner.
Yeah. I think the only thing that really stopped me from like trying to do what makes me happy was just like the hurdle of like talking to my parents about it. Because, I had this plan that I wanted to go through with. And then, it's what I'm doing now is super different from what I was doing back then.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like the pressure and like the anxiety of, telling them and then like just not getting a good reaction, Yeah. That was the only thing that was stopping me.
You have to go into it knowing there's not going to be a good reaction.
Yeah.
So
I remember I talked to my mom when I first quit ball.
Mhm.
I think I told you this.
Yeah.
But I don't think I told May this. I think I came back from practice and my parents were in the loft and I was like, guys, can I talk to you about something? And my mom goes, are you pregnant?
That was the first thing she thought.
I was like, oh, I should have started off with that. I should have been like, yeah.
So now going back into like your hobbies,
Mhm.
right? Besides volleyball, what else are you into? What kind of gets you through the day?
Good question. Don't do that. We gotta keep it PG, bro. I can't be getting caught up like that.
Well, one thing I know you do is you like shoes.
Yes. There we go. That's a good one. Way to cover me.
What got you into shoes?
Um.
Because I know you're into streetwear,
Yeah.
and it's a dominantly male kind of hobby.
Yeah, I know.
So what kind of led you into?
It was definitely some of my guy friends. I will say some of my guy friends have nice collections, and I'll be like, oh yeah, like what are those? And they'll tell me some like random colorway, and I'm like, I've never heard of that before. I'm like, what? But
what sparked your interest in it?
It was just seeing like nice pairs of kicks that like I've never seen before, and that my friends had, and they would just tell me about like the sneaker community and like what goes on and all that stuff. So I was like, damn, like I'm gonna try and build my own collection. I remember I think I went out to Vegas to visit my dad, and we went to one of the malls, and I wanted to get a pair of Air Force Ones.
Okay.
Because
that's just all white?
Yeah, that's when they were like on the rise. I was like, I want a pair.
Yeah.
And I think we went to like Shoe Palace. That place be dry now, dude. They have nothing. But I went there, and I couldn't find any of the Air Force Ones, but I saw a pair of Air Max 90s. And that's when I was like, okay, like there's a lot of sneakers that I can get into, and there's a bunch of like different colorways that like I can rock and stuff like that. So I just find stuff that I like, and I go after it now.
So how many pairs of shoes do you have?
Right.
Go ahead and so you have Obsidians.
Yeah, I have the Obsidians, the Court Purple ones. I have the football gray dunks, the moon fossil dunks. I have another pair. Why can't I think of it?
But that would mean 5 pairs?
Yeah, wait. Now I can't keep. No, actually, I think that's all that I have.
So
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Okay. And what is your philosophy on your collection? Because there's a lot of people who collect shoes just to collect them. They very rarely wear them. What's your philosophy on wear and tear on shoes?
If it's a nice pair, I try my best to keep them clean. Like these ones, it's not like I don't wear them. It's just I'm very careful. Opposed to like my dunks, because they're not like SB dunks. It's like I don't really care that much, but they're nice shoes, so I'm gonna care. But those like I can rock on the daily, but like stuff like that, it's like occasion to occasion.
It would have to. Now, are you one of those people that curl your toes when you walk?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, she is.
Bro, no, I'm not.
So you
I'm not. She's lying.
You don't care.
I'm about to press the button, bro.
You don't care about the creases?
No.
Okay.
I have shoe guards in them, but sometimes they still crease, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, and a lot of high end collectors, they say the creases make the shoe.
I think.
Hey, listen.
Who? I don't know who this is. I'm assuming when you asked the question on how you got into sneakers,
What's up?
somebody said she got them from me, and this is the real one.
I think that's my friend Levi, if I'm not mistaken.
Something Bandit.
Real one arm bandit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my friend Levi.
Okay.
That's Cap. That's Cap. Press the button for me, please.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, that's for you.
So, going back into it, geez, where'd we leave off?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, the amount of pair of shoes.
Oh yeah.
So what would you say? Oh no, we were talking about walking in the shoes.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, some high-end collectors say the creases actually make the shoe and give it character. Where it's just like, people that rock the shoes and they want them dead stock, forever.
Yeah.
It's basically like your shoe doesn't have any character because it looks like a fresh one out of the box, right?
I be seeing people that walk like ducks just because they don't want to crease their shoes. I'm like, you look like a fool right now. Don't be doing that.
And I cannot deny I didn't do that when I was collecting shoes. But I got a lot of suede pairs. So it's kind of harder to crease suede.
Yeah.
So, because suede is very malleable.
Yeah.
So, but then the leather, ones are the ones that, that crease
Mhm.
harder. But I feel like, yeah.
I personally think dunks, like straight out of the box, at least for mine, because I don't have SB dunks. I feel like they look better creased. I don't know. It just looks so like stiff without them.
Yeah.
I think that's the word. Yeah. Stiff. They look super stiff. And I'm like, ew. Like I need to do some like jumping jacks, and these are like like go on my tiptoes. I'm like, ew.
It's funny because a lot of I feel like if you're not gonna wear the shoe, why even have it, right?
Yeah.
So I do agree with you where you do have occasions where you want to wear it, but it shouldn't limit you to be like, oh, I don't want to wear these just because I'm going to be walking around. They're shoes.
Yeah.
You're supposed to walk around in them.
That was me when I first got those.
Uh-huh.
I remember I would barely wear them, barely take them out of the box. And then even when I did wear them, I would walk funny. And my mom called me out one day, and she like mocked the way I walked, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that no more. So I started walking normal in them.
I remember collecting shoes where it also dictated how tight I would tie the shoelaces. So it's just funny where it's just you try and keep it in pristine condition, but it's just like if you go to the restroom in the shoes, they're basically dirty.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't know what you're stepping on. It might look clean under the bottom, but it's probably
not.
filthy as hell. So why worry about it?
Yeah.
A good shoe doesn't matter as long as you take care of it. It'll look good. Doesn't matter the creases, as long as they stay clean.
Exactly.
You don't have like mud all over them. They should be good. Speaking of shoes, what are your grails? And if you guys don't know what grails are basically
The one that you cook barbecue in.
Shut up, man.
not grills. Grails is like your holy grail. Like what is the top shoe that you'd want to own? Like out of all shoes, which one would you want to own?
Have you ever seen the college dropout babestas? I was talking to Daniel about this last night.
Okay, I'm gonna take time and go on my StockX.
They're saved on my StockX.
Okay, what are they called?
The college dropout babestas.
College dropout. Spelling it right. Oh, okay. Apes to Lowe's? The
Yeah.
Lowe's ones?
But those are far out of my reach. Yep.
Oh,
I want to
shoot.
see.
It's basically like just a shoe based off Kanye.
It's funny. They look funny, but okay, you guys don't know. These highest bid on it right now is $7,500.
What are they?
Babes to
Babestas?
Lowe's.
They're like the shoes that kind of look like Air Force Ones, but they're under Bape. And they usually have like the
Oh.
star instead
Yeah.
of the swoosh.
I don't know too much about Bape shoes.
Those are
But-
really the only ones that I mess with.
But Bape actually collaborate everybody.
Yeah.
And they have actually really nice what is it? They have a collab with Adidas that looked really nice. But okay, so
those are really
these-
far out of my reach.
Yes.
But if we want to be realistic,
yeah, let's be what's your realistic grail?
have you seen the Walk on Water 97s?
Walk on Water 97?
It's a very like I don't know what the word is.
Are they
Very
dunks?
very simple shoe. No, the Air Max 97s.
Air Max.
I think I
7.
can pull them up.
And they're called Walk on Water?
Yeah.
Are they any of these?
Tun, tun, tun,
No.
tun, 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 tun,
I got it. Hold on.
tun, tun,
Don't worry, we cut out we cut out the
tun,
silences. So this is just a
These.
tun,
They have
tun,
holy water
tun.
in
Oh.
the air bubble at the bottom of the shoe.
Really?
And then there's a cross that's on the middle of the laces.
Oh. If Daniel's watching, Daniel, she don't got no shoes on right now. She's she
Bro, don't expose me.
I just saw that right now too.
Don't expose me.
I wasn't looking at the ground until I saw it. I was like, oh.
Wait, what's wrong with?
Yeah, what's wrong with my feet? What's wrong with my feet?
Go ahead, Shy. We'll tell them what's wrong with your.
You tell them. I'm good.
Okay.
Now she's folding her toes.
No, I'm not.
Now, how much do a pair of those go for?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I actually don't know.
Are they not on StockX?
Oh, well, I see that a size 12 is going for 3,000.
Well, at least that's half of
Yeah.
the other one.
They're kind of like the Sean Witherspoons. if
Okay.
you know.
Oh yeah, the Sean Witherspoons. Okay. Sean Witherspoons go for 3,000.
It says right here on StockX. Hold up.
That's crazy. I didn't know.
3,000. And a men's 15.
What was?
The average is like 1,500 though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's reasonable for those because those are hot ones.
Yeah.
Travis Scott's are hot ones.
Those are really nice too.
So, yeah. So you can stand walking around in $1,500 shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was one time I wore my Obsidians out and I was in downtown Riverside, kind of where like the Mission Inn is.
Yeah.
And I was just walking with my friend and he like taps me and he's like, yo, that girl's looking at you. And I was like, okay, what the hell? Because I don't know anyone out here. So I look over in her direction and I see her pointing at me, but she's not pointing like directly at me. She's pointing down by my feet. And I kind of forgot that I was wearing those shoes, but I looked down, I was like, oh, she probably thinks I'm wearing reps right now. She don't even know how much I dropped on these, man. That's why I feel like if I were to get like an expensive pair of shoes and I rock them, like that's something that, you know, makes my day, boosts my confidence a little bit, you know, makes me feel good.
Yeah. And that's why I think people do it. Not only is it nice to look at, it's, you know, it's people look at it as well and they're just like, they kind of admire.
Yeah.
You know, even though they have the shoe,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they could have the shoe, but they see the same exact shoe on someone else. Like, oh, okay. The whole fit has to work.
Yeah.
Now, you said those were the Obsidians?
Yes.
That they were, you broke their neck?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, Obsidians, okay.
I was like, you can take a picture if you want.
Obsidians go for 500 about.
I think they dropped ever since I got them because I got them 2 years ago. But I went out to Cool Kicks in LA.
Uh-huh.
They were going for 600, but I got taxed
yeah.
like a mofo.
Yeah.
So they went up to 650. Almost dropped 700 on those shoes.
Oh, that's not bad. Because those are one of the Obsidians are actually one of the favorite colorways.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Where you said you were very much into shoes, and I was just like, huh, that brings me back. Now, last question, what SBs would you start your collection with?
With the money that I have right now,
Let's say money's not an option,
hmm.
or say money's half an option. Something realistic. What would you start your SB collection with?
I think I started off my Jordans collection off on like a hot shoe.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds basic, but I really like the Travis Scotts.
Yeah.
They're super nice.
I don't even think those are basic. It's just like, I think it's like a staple to everyone's SB kind of collection.
I know.
It's just like if you start collecting it, eventually you're gonna get the Travis Scotts.
They are so sexy. If I started off my collection with that, whoo.
But you know, fuck resellers. So
That's what I'm saying. They should be locked up for real. I've gotten scammed so many times. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
So the next time you come on, what kind of what movie or TV show or whatever would you want to discuss?
Oh, dude. What have other people said? I need.
So I know my brother said is Interstellar.
Mhm.
My what else said? I think Chema also said Interstellar, but we said another movie. I forgot. The thing is, nobody has come on a second time yet, so
Yeah.
we haven't had to go over it.
Excuse you. I'm like here all the time.
Yeah, but we're not going. Usually, you're not the subject of the the discussion. It's our guests. So yeah. Other than that, I think no. I think Gemma said either Jujutsu Kaisen is an anime, and then somebody said Haikyuu.
I think that was
Jacob.
Zulai.
Yeah, Sulai said the Shiratorizawa match. So, do you have a favorite movie that you'd like, or
So
show,
tough.
episode of a show, or part of a series?
Oh my gosh. I should have came prepped. I watch all these movies and shows, yet I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Well, I mean, it's something. Let's say it's something, a movie you like you could watch it over and over. You have a movie like that, or a show?
I feel like it's basic. No, it's not basic. It's like one of those corny, like 90s love movies type thing.
Okay. Well, May has us the next time she's on. She has us doing K-pop. So I mean
May.
K-pop.
I don't do K-pop.
K-drama.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's get it
K-drama.
together.
K-pop.
Whoa, that's offensive.
All right.
May, have you seen She's All That?
Oh, I've seen
Yes.
That.
that. Who has?
Wait.
Amanda
Freddie
Bynes,
Fr-
right?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Is it Amanda Bynes?
No.
Freddie Prinze Jr. and Pussycat. The Pussycat.
Paul Walker.
No.
Paul
Paul
Walker.
Walker.
Oh.
It's too soon. So you can't say that
Sorry.
around me.
R.I.P.
It's too soon.
That's my boy. R.I.P.
Can't. My heart's still hurting.
So next
That's my
time.
boy. It's okay.
So next time we'll discuss She's All That.
Yes, that
Okay.
I've been watching that movie on repeat these past few weeks. I don't know why.
Did you watch 10 Things I Hate About You?
That's the one with
Julia
Ledger,
Stiles?
right?
Yeah, that one's
one's
a good
good.
one.
That was good. That's when I was like, "Ooh, who's this dude?"
And then
It's still like that,
Rip.
but he's not here.
Yeah, why is it? Oh my gosh, you're throwing me under the bus right now, dude. We keep talking about movies with.
dead people.
I know. What you need help.
You were the one that brought it up.
All right. So on that note, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. And welcome back. So now we're going to go ahead and get to the part where you get to grill me for a few. So you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and play your intro, and then you can take it from there. Get your questions out because it's time to question Mark.
All right, guys. Welcome to Shy's Trap House.
Ooh.
I'm here with. I'm here with Mark. Bruh, I kind of came up with that one off the top of my head. I was like, what sounds good? Okay, I know we've talked about you moving out to Louisiana.
Yes.
You know, you said it was very different because we were both born down in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say was the biggest culture shock that you found when you moved out there?
I would think the schooling system.
Yeah.
Where I explained to you where I went to, and I think I went over this, but I don't know if I went into it detail, but I went to a school from going coming from San Diego, which is very multicultural,
Mm-hmm.
and moving into Louisiana, where when I went there first, it was in 6th grade, and my brother, me, and this one other kid were the only other race there. And the rest of the races were African American. And so going into a school like that, where you don't see anybody like yourself, or there's nobody like, there's no diversity.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was very crazy. And I think I went into this because my anxiety.
Mhm.
I ended up having anxiety over that for a long time. And well, I don't want to say for a long time. I guess it felt like forever because it was under my impressionable years. I think what's 8th or 6th grade? That's like 12, 13, right? Yeah. So the start of my impressionable years.
That's when you moved out there.
Yeah. So that's why I say, even though Louisiana was only 3 years of my life, it was a very big part of my life because it was during the years where I was coming into my own as a person. So, yeah.
Okay. And then jumping off that, you know what a hot take is, right?
Yes.
Okay. What would you say is your biggest hot take about like Louisiana?
Mardi Gras.
Really?
Yes. So Mardi Gras, if you guys don't know what it is, it's a festival that they hold every year where they have floats that drive around downtown, sometimes what is it? Your neighborhood. And they would pass out beads for how would I word this? Favors?
Favors.
Oh my God, get it together.
I'm trying.
Favors.
Yeah, favors. Let's say
He boobies.
yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You
Do
need
you think
help.
that's overrated?
I'd say my hot take for it is, it's a good place to bring a teenager. So I don't know if I ever told this story, but no, I did. I think I did, but I'll tell a synopsis. When we were, I think it was our last year there, and my parents decided to go to the risque part of the festival area, and as a teenager guy, not. These were times where internet was barely around,
Oh my God, just spit it out.
I'm trying to see how to word this.
I think he's nervous. I think he's
You're
nervous 'cause you're in the room.
you literally like say all the other bad words out there, but you can't just spit it out. Like, oh, I was a teenager. Oh, like I saw some boobies for the first time in my life. I got so excited. Like, just say it, spit it out. Oh
I think
my
it's- I
gosh,
think
you
it's
say everything else. You look at me, boobies.
Okay, so you know how when you're growing up as a kid and your parents take you to a movie where the actors end up like kissing, right?
Yeah.
And did they ever like cover your eyes? Hey, don't watch that.
I said, don't look.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
look, right? Okay. So this was the first time where my parents didn't say shit,
Oh.
and it was all live, so
Alive.
live, like IRL in real life. It wasn't on a screen.
Okay.
So we're in. I think it's called Bourbon Street, and there's balconies where these guys toss out beads, and so if the girls want the beads, they're like, oh, you gotta do the Mardi Gras dance. Lift up the shirt, right?
God.
And so she's like, oh, I want those beads, right? And he's like, all right, well, you got to do the Mardi Gras dance. And then this is the first time, we're like walking and nobody says anything, right? So I was like, does that mean I'm okay? So, just out of instinct, she raised up her shirt. I looked away. Because I was just like, I don't want my parents yelling at me. It's like, hey, you shouldn't have done that.
She was probably so offended the moment she saw you looked away, bro.
Well, no, she didn't notice me. I was a kid, So, the second time it happened, same day, I was just like, my parents didn't say anything, right? Even though I looked away. So, lady did the Mardi Gras dance. I was like, wow, that's what it is in real life. But I've always regretted not looking at the first one because the first one was more attractive than the second one.
Damn.
Wow.
It's like that. It's like that.
You shallow.
Hella, bro. Hella.
I mean,
You super shallow. You lucky you
So-
ended up with me.
so hot take, Mardi Gras is something cool to take your teenager to.
Okay. Those were my 2 questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Where are we at right now? Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our question of the week. And this question was actually anonymous. And it's actually a really good discussion question for your generation.
Okay. Uh-oh.
So the question is, has society as a collective become too sensitive due to differing views of younger generations? So I think where this one was coming from was and I think we delved a little bit into this before, where it was like in these generations now, they're very sensitive,
Yes.
right? To bad words,
Yeah.
to what do they call it? Pronouns, stuff like that. Has society as a collective become too sensitive? From in your perspective, what would you say?
I think it kind of varies, just, depending on the person, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't know if it's just because of the way I was brought up, but sometimes I be thinking like, damn, that kid's like way too sensitive about it.
Mhm.
Like it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. But I've kind of grown to learn that sometimes you have to take in like accountability of the people around you, because like I'd be saying stuff like around you and May that I wouldn't typically say to
Oh, of course.
like some random person, obviously. So
Yeah.
even though society has gotten sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
I've learned to respect that.
Yeah.
So it's not something that like I bag on, but sometimes I'm like, damn, bro, like just it's not that deep for real. Like
Yeah.
I was just playing, or like, okay, like I'll respect like what you want type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would say, like, coming from a generation that has gone through let's say these changes, right? I agree with you where you're saying it has become sensitive. Personally, I haven't. I'm not sensitive to the fact, but I do respect their sensitivity.
Yeah.
And I think that's all we can do going forward.
Yeah.
Is where, it's kind of like a discussion, right? You say something, I'll say something, and if we're going into this conversation not trying to attack each other, they're just like, oh, okay, you said something, and I don't have to agree with you,
yeah.
but this is what I say, and I think that's how society has to be. But I feel there are some sensitivities where, because they don't see the way you see things, they get angry that you don't see it that way, and that's not really a way, because some of that comes from people that are how would you say, are sensitive to all these changes. Like,
yeah.
say, they're like, okay, you can say that word, but I don't want you to say that word. Like, just because I don't want you to say that word or think that way, I'm trying to change your opinion because I feel my opinion is right. And
Yeah.
that's the negativity part of it, where it's just like, even though I don't think I'm explaining this correctly.
I think
Let's take this with the LGBTQ community,
okay.
where some might say, okay, I get you don't believe in LGBTQ, right? Even though I'm a part of the group, cool, you don't believe in it, I respect your opinion. But some of them might be, hey, no, you have to believe in the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the part where it becomes negative, where it's just like, you can't force it just because you think it's around. You don't have to force it onto somebody else. It has to be you're okay with the fact that they just don't believe it. They're not attacking you for it. They just don't believe it.
Yeah. I think a lot of the times, or for a majority of people have come to the terms of just respecting one another, like despite differences and all that.
Yeah, despite different beliefs, it's like, okay, you get to believe what you want, I get to believe what I want, even though they clash.
What they want.
Did I?
You went bomb
did I
right
go
now.
bomb? Okay.
But the people that ruin it are what I call the shove it in your face people.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, if we disagree about something, you don't need to come, full force at me and try
Yeah.
to change my opinion.
Like, no, you have to believe.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like I respect your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Just respect mine. That's all I could ask for.
Okay.
That's where like the sensitive people fall under,
Yeah, and I feel like as long as you educate people, where like, hey, this is what I'm about,
Mhm.
even if they don't take it in, that you have to respect. Okay, they don't want to take it in.
Yeah.
It is what it is, because once you try and start changing people's thoughts, then you take out individuality.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That stuff causes a lot of arguments too. And
Oh,
it's
it
just
does.
like, I don't have the time or the energy to be doing all that, bro. Just,
We have bigger problems.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't got time for this, dude.
Mm-hmm. So I like that question in a sense where it's just like, I feel like people just need to respect others' opinions.
Yeah.
So just don't be sensitive to the fact that they don't like your opinion.
Yeah.
If they're willing to listen to your opinion and respect your opinion, don't change theirs,
I feel like the only people that really fall under like the shove it in your face people are people that are like older and super stubborn about like
Change.
not change, but what's a word?
They're old school.
Yeah, they're old school. Like old school people that are
Mhm.
like older and stubborn, they usually like clash with like really like
The
young
really young
people
yeah.
that are like, no, you need to be welcoming and blah 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 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like those are the two that I see like collide the most.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
Everyone else in the middle is
between
like-
is just like, yeah, we're good.
get over it.
Yep. Exactly. It's not a problem, It's doesn't have to bug our day.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, on that, we'll go ahead and go into the TikTok challenge you have for me. It's a clock.
I was like, bro, I'm about to die.
Want to play a game?
Oh my gosh. No.
Actually, that was one of my questions before. I didn't get into it. Horror or comedy?
I like horror more.
Oh, okay.
But
Because I said drama or comedy, and
Yeah.
you picked comedy before. Okay. But I changed it because I was like, I was wondering if you're a horror or a comedy person.
Yeah.
All right. So, sorry. Go ahead. What is your TikTok challenge for me?
have you heard of the gritty?
Ooh, yes.
I mean, I'm not trying to like show you it right now,
No,
but
you're good. I know what it is. It's John Morant has been doing it.
yes. I'm trying to see you do that.
Okay.
I want to see that
Okay.
celebration out on court too.
Okay.
I really hope on Wednesday when we go to Moval, or if we, oh wait, no, it's closed. Never mind. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Every time we get a point, I better see you doing that across the court. I'm gonna record it too.
I have to record it, but I have too many. I'm stacking these up. I don't know when to do these because I'm not a social media person. I kind of want. I was doing this in the fact to bolster a TikTok, but I'm just so bad at doing TikToks because just trying to find the time to do it is just so weird. I don't know how people can do it like
I know
every day.
They make a living out of it too.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to do it today because my fit's not right.
So I don't look clean, bro. I need to change.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I just have to watch John Morant more.
Yes. You gotta do it with the right song too in the background.
Okay, well, I'll have to get that song from you then.
Yeah.
Okay, so on that note, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. All right, and we're back. So as we're closing out the show, I do have the inspirational quote of the week. And this one today, or for the week, comes from Oprah Winfrey. You know who Oprah Winfrey is, right?
Yes, I do.
Make sure.
I'm not that young. Come on now.
So her quote is, surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. So I like that.
That's a good quote.
And that's a fact.
So the reason why I like this quote is when, you know, we're growing up, we spend a lot of time with people that we have similar interests, right?
Mm.
And that's in high school, right? So when you're in high school, you don't have to worry about anything but going to school.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a job and whatever. But as you get to the age where you're adulting, you don't want to surround yourself with people that don't want to do adulting, right? Because adulting is a part of life. And when you surround yourself with those types of people, then you kind of stay complacent with them.
Yep.
And it goes back to the quote where it's just like, you know, show me who your friends are. That'll tell me who you are.
Yep.
Right. So I like the quote where it's just, you know, you just surround yourself with the people who are going to constantly push you to be better, you know, push you to do better, push you to achieve more, you know, set higher goals because they know that you're able to do that stuff.
Mm.
So thank you, Oprah. Such a giving person.
Shout out Oprah for real.
So on that note, do you have any other shout outs do you want to give?
No.
No?
Dang, she don't
Fuck
even care.
y'all. Fuck all y'all.
Who am I supposed to shout out, bruh?
Well, we'll do some shout outs here
All right,
for
so
everyone on the chat
Let me go
room.
into this. There you go.
I don't even know who's
Okay.
on there right now, bruh.
So shout out to Casey, Chema, Daniel, myself, Mars Brown.
Oh, that's JJ. Oh, shout out
Um,
JJ. Yeah.
Who else is here?
That's the homie.
It's going back.
Shout out Levi too. I remember you said he was on here.
Yes, and then Jacob and
Jacob be roasting me too many times, bruh.
the
You
real
don't get no
one,
shout out.
Arm Bandit. Oh, Chema has like 2 different ones. Okay.
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 Well, maybe
Yeah.
there was one on YouTube, one on Twitch. That's
Yeah,
all.
it was.
probably.
All right.
Yep.
Well, if you guys are still on there and you don't follow the YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube if you're on the Twitch. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and follow on the Twitch. So, but if you guys know anybody that wants to come on the show, let me know. Go ahead and DM me on Instagram or send me an email at thequestionmarkpodcast@gmail.com. What else? Audio listeners. Oh yeah, audio listeners. For audio listeners only, the shows will be posted tomorrow, or this show will be posted tomorrow, and that will be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search the Question Mark Podcast, or just search the. I also tag the person with their socials, so if you guys want to see Cheyenne's episode, go ahead and search at Cheyenne Mempin, and then that it should pop up as well. So thank you guys for listening or watching. I appreciate you all, and especially in these times, I'm wishing everybody peace, love, and sanity.
Bye.